All right, hello everybody. This is going to be, oh, I know it says example 10, but it's lying. It's actually activity 10, examples like problem number 5. So this is the last one. All the other ones we've done in activity 9, so I didn't make a separate video for that. But on this last one for number 5, it says, of the 4 problems, so 1, 2, 3, 4, which linear relationship has the greatest rate of change? So think about like the greatest amount of change, or basically it's for the slope, right? So how much is it changing from point to point? And if you look at them, so these are just, let's say, like the answers. So this is the answer for number 1. This is in the answer for, in the part of the problem for number 2. I'm just making these numbers up. For you, you'd actually look at your problems. And then for number 3, this is the equation given. And number 4, this is the problem this is the equation that you end up making. Or this is one of a similar problem, right? And so here we go. And so we're looking at the greatest rate of change, which is AKA slope. Okay, rate of change is just slope. So if I look at this one, this is negative 1/3. And just so that you know, if we're talking about the greatest rate of change, it doesn't matter if we're talking about positive rate of change or negative rate of change, we're looking for the biggest number. So think about it like the absolute value of the slope. Okay, the absolute value kind of, we're just talking about distance. We're not talking about what direction we're running in. We don't care if we're running in the left, to the right, up or down. We're not caring about that. So here, this one is negative 1/3. It's not very big. Here you can see here that this is the number in front of x is just a negative, and there's no number. And I would like to go back and remember, we're like, oh, there's no number. There's actually a number in front of x, which is a negative 1. And if you look down here, there was some work that was done, and sure enough, it is negative 1. We don't normally write that in. So here the slope is negative 1, and we know, remember, we're not looking at the direction, so we're not looking at the negative. But 1 is bigger than this 1/3. So far 2 is winning. So 2 is bigger than, has a greater rate of change than this guy. So we're going to go with 1. Then we're going to look at the next one, number 3. We notice that the rate of change right here is the slope, which is 2/3. And 2/3 still is not bigger than 1. It's bigger than negative 1, but we're not looking at the negatives because the negative is just talking about direction. Okay, and so still number 2 is winning. And then we're going to go to number 4, and we're like, oh, look, the slope is negative 4. And remember, we're not looking at the negative, it's just the number. So even though this is a negative number, it does have the greatest rate of change because the absolute value of it is just 4. So 4 is going to be the biggest slope of them all. So we would say number 4 has the greatest rate of change because let's see, shall we say, the absolute value of the slope is the biggest. Biggest number? Okay. So remember, the absolute value is saying that we're just not looking at the direction. We're not looking if it's positive or negative. We just want to look at the value of the number. So that's why I'm saying the absolute value. Okay. So, and that's it. And so take a look at your 4 slopes from activity 10. Compare them, see which one has the biggest number, regardless of the negatives. Okay. Have a good day. Bye.